Hello fellow hybrids, part microbe and part human. Hi, I am a researcher at the Department of Microbiology at Manipal University, and we study the wound microbiome of diabetic foot ulcers. Now, what do I mean when I say a wound microbiome? Imagine that you have a tiny cut on your hand, a small wound. Now usually it heals in no time, but this one isn't. Why? One of the several factors that delay wound healing are microbes. Okay, so you give an antimicrobial, something to kill it, and you're good to go, right? Not so simple. See, the current problem that we have, that the clinician has, and what every one of us suffer with, is that there's no quick way to identify what microbes are there. And that's where microbiome research comes in, which is what we do. Now, there are three fundamental questions that any good microbiome research has to address. First, who's there? Who are they? Now, to do this, that is to identify what microbes are there in the wound, you can scan a barcode that's present in all of the bacteria. By scan, I mean you sequence, and by barcode, I'm referring to a particular gene that's conserved among all bacteria called 16S rDNA. So all you have to do is read this 16S rDNA and you can identify the microbe. Simple, more or less. Now, the second question that you answer is, well, okay, so you identified the microbe, but how do you know if it's pathogenic? How do you know if it's infectious? For that, you need to know what the microbe does, and you look at the whole genome. You look for certain markers called resistance genes to identify if it will kill when you give a particular antimicrobial, and virulence genes, that is its ability to infect a pathogen, to infect a host. Okay, now you know what the microbe is and what it has, but it's still not directly translatable to the clinic, because what we've observed is that usually in the wound, the microbes are not as individual units, but rather as a biofilm. That is, they form resistant matrices, and these tend to behave a lot differently than when they're individual microbes. So, not only do you identify the microbe, see if it's pathogenic or not, but you also have to know how they interact together. Now, to summarize, who the microbe is, what they do, and how they interact together, and you have a perfect microbiome research, which is what we do.